Hi guys, hope you're doing well. Hope you are thriving. Welcome to the new year. Happy New Year, guys. It's been a while. Yeah, I took a break from December up to now. I just wanted to rejuvenate and, think about life, think about the goals that I was setting in this year, and also rest. Yeah, so happy New Year. I hope you've been, I hope you enjoyed the festive season and are ready for the new year. To the new subscribers, I've been seeing people adding themselves to the family, subscribing to the channel. You are very welcome. I'm so glad that even when I was not uploading videos, the people were still checking out the channel, watching the old content that is already there. And I'm so grateful for you guys. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that has added to the family. And to the friends who have been here for a long time, thank you so much for keeping it here. Some of you have been inboxing me, asking me when are new videos starting to drop. Yeah, here we are back. Yeah, so this video is going to be a recap. I don't know if it's too much into the year to do a recap of 2023, and also I'm going to put in a few of the intentions that I have for 2024. So this video is just to encourage you that if you set some goals last year and you didn't achieve them, you can still, put them on your to-do list and achieve them this year. And if you achieved all the goals that you set, well and good. We thank God for that. And we pray that even this year will be, full of only successes of the goals or achievement of the goals that we have set. So like I always do, I'm going to divide the different goals into different categories. And the first category I'm going to talk about is health and fitness. Last year, I started the year very well in health and fitness. I failed to do portion control, but I was working out and I had stayed at the same weight for a while until towards the end of last year when I started eating at night, late at night. And during the year, like from the beginning of the year to late last year, I was also doing some sort of intermittent fasting. So I would start eating at 10 and then stop eating at 6 p.m. But towards the end, those festive season, I started eating later. So I have kind of put on some weight. I don't know if you can see it in the cheeks and all. Yeah, so I've put on some weight. So that is a goal now for this year, to lose this weight that I have put on. But also I got a health challenge that I think was also, making me emotional eat or something like that. Or sometimes I had to eat late in the night before taking medication. So really, like, the weight goal did not go very well. So it's back on 2024 intentions to lose some weight. I've started a little bit of portion control. I reduced my plate. I have a smaller plate. I started walking, but I know walking may not be sustainable. So I'll go back to my YouTube videos, which I can play and, work out from the house. And another thing that I did last year that I'm excited about was I finally did a cervical cancer screening. And, I encouraged us last year to go for a full body checkup. I didn't do one, but I did a cervical cancer screening. And the doctor told me to go back after 3 years, that I was okay. So I'm grateful to God for that. Maybe this year I can also, test something else. I'm trying to do things one step at a time. Yeah, so that's what is going on in the health and fitness. And in the business or career, the business has grown. If you don't know, I sell beddings, bed sheets, duvets, pillowcases. I've recently added rugs, those doormats, bedside rugs, bathroom rugs, and towels. Yeah, so those are the kind of things that I sell, and business has really been going well. Towards the end of last year, I really made some good sales, which I'm excited about. And I've decided that I'm going to advertise more, because every time I advertise, at least I get 1 or 2 clients, which I was not doing before. So I'm going to advertise more. I want to make a flyer, a very nice flyer for my business name, which is Homely Beddings UG. and I know that it's going to take the business to the next level. And then also, I didn't officially launch the Declutter business. I'm still doing it alone or in my house. But I know that as time goes on, I'm going to do that. So also, I had to take out of the emergency fund to put back into the business. So I'm hoping that this year the business will make the money back so that I can take it back to the emergency fund. Yeah, so that is what is going on in business. And I'm also open to opportunities that deal with women, things to do with women, women empowerment, encouraging women, modulating talks, talking to women generally, to see how we can how they can realize their potential. Yeah, so I'm really open to such opportunities. If there are organizations out there, or if you know an organization that is looking for someone who can come on board and help them, take this message to the ladies that you can do it, you are worthy, you can achieve anything you want in the world. Yeah, so I'm available. I can come on board and work with people who work with women so that they can be the best versions of themselves. So for friendship, one of my goals last year was to make more meaningful relationships in Mbarara, which I'm trying to do. It's really going well. And then another thing I did that I really loved so much last year was to meet my friends. I went to Kampala last November and met my friends. If you're new here, I used to stay in Kampala, so most of my friends are in Kampala. But now I stay in Mbarara, which is in Western Uganda. Yeah, so I'm making new friends here because, sometimes you need people who are physically there for you. Yeah, but once in a while I go and visit my friends and we catch up, and it's always a good time. I met a few, some were not able to meet, which is okay. I wasn't able to organize a girls' trip. Yeah, I was supposed to organize a girls' trip, like a weekend away. I wasn't able to organize it, but we organized with my other friends here in Mbarara. We did a prayer day. You guys, that prayer day was so serious. It was really so nice. I remember the devil tried to fight me not to go. My baby fell sick that morning. But after coming from hospital, I just left her home and went for that prayer day. And let me tell you something, guys. Most of the things that we prayed for that day have come to pass. Yeah, so I'm really grateful for such, moments that we have with friends where we grow spiritually together. So I'm looking forward to this year's prayer day. And I hope that we can invite more ladies so that we can all be impacted together. So another meeting that I wanted to organize for friends was for the old girls of my high school. So we met at the beginning of the year, and then in the middle we met for one of our OG's bridal shower. We did not get to meet at the end, but I'm grateful that even the first 2 times we met. Yeah, so I'm hoping that this year we shall do better. I think we are planning a road trip to one of the national parks, so I think that is going to be fun. Yeah, so another thing that I had set out last year was to have date nights every month, which failed. We had a few date nights, but we've made a plan this year that my husband and I have made a plan this year that we shall plan date nights alternatively so that we can all be active, because I can't blame any of us. I don't know if we are homebodies or something, but we always find ourselves now we've not gone out. Yeah, we also have busy schedules. I don't know, but we really need to be intentional about it, and so that we can do date night, because I know it's very important. And then regarding therapy, I remember the beginning of last year, I was really tapping into my past, trying to see how it's informing how I'm doing things right now. And towards the middle of the year and the end, I kind of I think you know how life can happen and you be so busy and all. But beginning of this year, I've again tapped into it. There's a book I've been reading. It's called Leadership and Self-Deception. I've just finished it. And it has really informed me of how, as people, we can be in the box or closed off to others and see them as objects instead of honoring the feelings that we have towards them and honoring the things that we are supposed to do for them or with them. Yeah, so this has made me ask myself, am I in the box regarding some people? Like, do I see some people as objects, or do I see them as people, and do I treat them as people? So this book has really provoked a lot of things in me, especially regarding the way I relate with people. So I'm really trying to sit down and internalize this material and make sure that it is applied in my life so that I can be a better person. And regarding skincare, I remember I came here and I was so excited about the monthly facials and all. And then in the media review, I hadn't done any. I think I'd done one. I don't remember very well. Yeah. But my skin this year was really not having it. It was really not having it. I had a lot of pimples everywhere not everywhere, like on the forehead and then on the cheeks. As you can see, I think you can see some scars. I had a lot of pimples here, which have since gone. I'd introduced so many things in my skincare routine. So when it started, I just went back to the basics. So I've been using the basics. Even if the pimple doesn't come, I've continued using the same, and I can see that the face is stabilizing. So for that, I am grateful. I had promised myself to be doing my nails every month. And like for the first 3 months, you guys, I was doing well, until an article passed through and they were saying that as who put our nails, in those gel machines, what? I was like, oh, why? What do I want? So I just stopped. So for now, I only do my nails when I'm going for a function, but I think I'm going to resume doing my nails. Anything can cause anything. We just have to pray and trust God that whatever we are doing for ourselves is safe. Yeah, so I did a solo trip to Kampala when I went to see my friends, and that was awesome. Her being there by myself, no children, no responsibilities, just being there, and you're alone and you're refreshing yourself, and I was really so excited about that. Yeah, and another thing about self-care, I had said that I'll do a dance choreography. I didn't do it, guys. I'll just dance in the house, but I did not really film one to share with you guys, because I promised to film one to share. Yeah, so for self-care, of course, I'm going to continue with my facial routine. I have a few things planned for myself. I don't know if they're in terms of self-care or what, but you will see them as the year goes by. I think I'm going to film some of them. And then the next thing is spiritual. You guys, last year was so good regarding my spiritual life. I managed to go to church most of the times. I managed to go for sale most of the time. Like 99%, I managed to go to church. And I thank God so much for a car, because that was one of my hindering factors. Because having children, it was always tight. I had to leave the kids at home and take a boarder. Yeah, but now we all go to church as a family. And then at the beginning of the year, I joined the sisterhood committee. If you know what Toto Church, there's Men of Valor, and then there is the sisterhood. So I joined the sisterhood committee of Mbarara. We did an amazing program called Apples of Gold. We did another one where we did 40 days of prayer. Using the Draw the Circle prayer challenge. Those things transformed the ladies' lives. And another thing is regarding my spiritual life is that, I don't know if I shared it in the media review, but I was able to lead service at church several times. That had been a dream, and I thank God that it came to pass. And then, you guys, I acted in a play. Yay! It was my first time acting in a play. I'm going to insert a clip here so that you can see for yourself. It was really amazing. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Do you want to see? Did I know? Did I really understand? I was just a young lady, engaged to be married to a young carpenter named Joseph. I had my whole life planned out, but little did I know that God had something else planned. Like everyone else, I was waiting for the Messiah, wondering when he would come to rescue us from oppressors and restore freedom in his realm. One day, I was going about my daily chores. It was a day like any other, when suddenly an angel of the Lord appeared to me and said, "Do not be afraid. You have found favor before the Lord. You will give birth to a son, and you're to name him Jesus. He will be great, and he will be the Son of the Most High. He will be the Savior of the whole world." And then I asked the angel, "But I'm a virgin. How would this be possible?" And the angel said to me, "The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the child you bring forth will be the Savior of the whole world." And then I thought, what would I tell my family? Would they even believe me? And Joseph, how will he take the news? Yet it is so close to the wedding. But even as these thoughts raced through my mind, I chose to surrender to God's will for my life. As you can see, God can do extraordinary things through ordinary people. This one child was no ordinary child. He was the Son of God.
Yeah.
Though God chose to use an ordinary couple like Joseph and I, we still had the choice to listen and obey His voice, even when we did not understand it at the time.
Yeah.
God spoke to me, an ordinary Jewish girl. He spoke to Joseph even when he was in doubt. He spoke to the shepherds who are nobodies.
Yes.
He spoke to the wise men who are searching for Him.
Yeah.
Will you listen to Him today when He's speaking to you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was it. It was really amazing when I got a call from the pastor and she was telling me that I'm going to act in the play. I was like, okay. So I thought it was like 2 or 3 lines, only to find that I was narrating the whole story. Yeah, and it was really so beautiful to be part of it. So I'm grateful to God for that, to be able to serve in that way. And for this year, regarding my spiritual life, of course, I will continue with all the things that were working for me last year, continue serving in sisterhood. So I'm waiting for the program that we have lined up for this year for the ladies in Watoto Church Mbarara. I can't wait to dive in and serve in every way I can. Yeah, and another thing spiritually that I want to do this year is to write prayers down, because I've bought a book. I've bought a very big book here. I want to start writing down my prayers, writing notes in Bible study. We do Bible study every Tuesday as a cell or a fellowship. So I'm going to also be writing my notes very well. Like, I really want to be serious with my spiritual life this year. And then for personal growth, guys, I had planned to read 6 books because I was like, if I say 12, I know that I will not finish them. Guys, I read one book. What was it called? Speak. Yeah, it was called Speak, and I read it in Jan and finished it. That's when I read it and finished it. And it was soft copy, but all the other books I read, I did not finish them. There's another book that I was almost finishing last year. It's called Growing Kids God's Way. It's a manual that we're using to do a course on parenting. By the way, that was also another good thing that happened last year. I did a course on parenting. It was really awesome, and it changed my perspective of how I see my kids, of how I see children in general, and how to raise the children, how to direct them, how to guide them. It was really an amazing course. Yeah, but the book, I've not yet finished it very well. Like the last chapters of, the material and all, I haven't finished it very well, but I'm almost finishing it. But the good news is that this year I've already read 2 books in Jan. but they were physical books. So I've decided that I'm going to invest more in physical books. Maybe it could help me improve in my reading, because the online books or the soft copies are not working for me. I think I end up going to Instagram, going to Facebook, going to YouTube when I get bored. But you know, a book, a physical book, you just keep turning the pages and you put down the phone. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I've bought 2 books. I bought 3 books so far. I've read 1, 2 are on the way, so I'm going to read those ones as well. So I think this year I can set an audacious goal of read 12 books in this year. Last year I had set 6. Let me set 12 for this year. I've finished 2, so 10 to go. I was supposed to do a declutter course, but I think when I didn't go through with the declutter business and all, I just left it, so I didn't do that one. Maybe if I get a time this year, I can do it. Yeah. And then I mentored a cohort in Girls for Girls at the beginning of the year, and I'm surely going to mentor another cohort. I really love Project Girls for Girls. If you don't know what it's about, you can scroll down. I did a video, or you can search. I did a video about it, what it's all about. I even invited a super mentor in the Project Girls for Girls. Basically, it's a program that empowers women to lead and be better. It equips you with soft skills to make you competent in your marketplace. You already know the things, the technical things, but then there are those soft skills that you need to be able to stand out in the marketplace. So that course is, you know, amazing. And I'm surely going back to mentor a cohort as a way of giving back for what they did for me when I was part of it. Yeah. I missed the intake that I wanted to do for Harvest Institute, where I wanted to write a book. I missed it the other year, but I didn't register again this year because I want to do my master's. So you guys, I re-registered for my master's. I want to finish my master's. I finished the course units like I'd said, but I need to finish my research. So that's what I'm working on right now. And then finally for YouTube, I have a long list of guests lined up for you this year. I know you've heard enough and a lot from me, even if I have more to tell you, but I want you to hear from other people as well. So I've been reaching out to friends in different sectors, in different sectors of life, from business, career, marriage, everything that affects women. I've, you know, been reaching out to people, and we are going to come and share with you guys. They are going to come and share with you. So please stay tuned on YouTube. You know, stay tuned on the channel. If you've not subscribed, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that when a video drops, you are the first to catch it, so that you can learn and grow and be better and see what other people are doing out here. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you've been encouraged, uplifted, and motivated to be the best version of yourself. Happy 2024. Bye. See you in the next video.